Okay, back again, another live stream broadcast or podcast or whatever that is. So basically, I'm in the weekly intentional free time, but it's definitely gonna be not that long. Even though I'm not sure because yesterday the weekly intentional free time is actually taking longer than what I usually expected, just like the day before yesterday as well. So I don't know whether it is gonna be fast or not, since I basically already tried to do the good behavior recording shorter than usual, so only probably 20 minutes, not like yesterday or day before yesterday. Is around 30 minutes if I'm not mistaken, so yeah, it's 10 minutes faster, and I don't know whether this live stream will able to do in the same or similar duration, or it is gonna be interrupted earlier. But to be honest, if it is not interrupted, I think I will try not to do any other productivity things just like yesterday and day before yesterday. Even though right now it is not because of laziness, it is actually because of there's something that I need to solve first, unnecessary things that needs to be solved as soon as possible. So yeah, that's the reason why, because tomorrow that we I finally got another day off before end of the year, which definitely didn't have any day off. So I basically need to do from out of office from my own, even though yeah, it is already pretty big, so I still need to do it if I basically don't have anything to do. I don't know what kind of things that I just said. So anyway, I don't have many things to say, to be honest, because yeah, I basically got a little bit busier than usual during this week, but it's definitely still not that stressful, because at some point I realize it is actually not that hard. So yeah, but I eventually need to go way around in order to know about those simple solutions. So yeah, that's pretty annoying. But yeah, what else did I basically want to talk about? So yeah, I just don't know whether I will try to fulfill my quite expensive desire, or I basically just try to save money over and over again without having any purpose, because yeah, the increment of the money will definitely pretty much static unless I basically try to find another opportunity, but it will not be as significant as something that we can do from different kind of way, even though yeah, it's definitely gonna be harder, because yeah, that's the reason why not many people are able to do that. So yeah, I don't know what else that I basically want to talk. Hmm. So basically, some of my college friends were usually have a meeting with the other that I basically not really close, but I actually can come either if I wanted, but during the weekdays I just cannot really like about the traffic. Besides, I'm still pretty much dependent with other person in order to go there. So that's the reason why, and hopefully I will try to be more independent. Even though, yeah, the only thing that I basically wanted is actually doing more productivity and be a better person, not just something that's basically only difference in the way of life, not how the life was meant to be. I don't know what just I said again once. So basically, when you try to do something new, you basically wanted to have a different impact with the result or with the expectation or with the life that you just been through all this time. But yeah, sometimes it just not really matters. Sometimes it's have some possibilities that can make that can open some new opportunity which we never thought it was previously previously possible. So yeah, that's the reason why, and I always try to say that over and over again because I just don't know how to properly do this kind of podcast because I basically try to do this monologue, and I definitely not a native speaker as well, so that's the reason why my language is definitely not that good, and it's definitely have so many flaws in terms of the coherence between each of the word or even the sentences. But it's okay, I just try to represent myself because even though there is no people out there that's technically view my content or even understand my content, but at least I can understand it myself because at the moment that I try to represent all of my thoughts, it was indirectly put into my consciousness perhaps so that I can actually learn from what I think. It's like trying to solve a mathematical question that, yeah, didn't you probably know how to solve it, but you never tried to solve it previously. You never. So yeah, even though, yeah, basically it is a little bit different because when you talk about mathematics, everything was cannot be memorized. It's have different. The one that you try to memorize is how you solve it rather than this kind of non-mathematical things, which basically it you basically can memorize the whole definition that's make you more understand about it. So yeah, what else that I basically want to talk about? So I don't know how to make me more motivated because at some point I think I already tried to say it in the previous podcast or previous episode that I don't know whether if I basically never exist in this world, whether the world is gonna be a better place or not. Because at some point I just feel useless in this world, and basically I'm pretty much exchangeable. But yeah, that's in terms of the global environment, obviously, not from the family perspective. But yeah, there's always be something that's able to be like us in terms of the people. And when you basically try to work at certain place, and you basically leave those place eventually, then the place will definitely able to change your position, because yeah, our skill will is definitely not an unique things. The only things that basically unique is probably our luckiness, even though, just like what I always try to say, that luck, the real luckiness is actually when you able to have the chance to focus on the afterlife instead of this life, because yeah, the luckiness in this life is basically useless. It's just not technically 100% completely useless, but at least it was technically a temporary luckiness, because at the moment that you already gone from this world, you basically will not have those things anymore. So that's the reason why the real luckiness is actually the one that you will have for eternity. But yeah, it's definitely related to our destiny, even though yeah, that's just like what I also said at, I don't know, certain episode in the past, that destiny is also created by our own. We basically can define it, even though it still technically depends on what the result that's most likely unexpected. But yeah, in terms of how we react or respond to those unexpected results is actually one of the things that basically define our own destiny. So it's probably like 50%. So half the things that you cannot change, but half of it is the things that you definitely can change. But yeah, it's not that simple, obviously, because at some point we do have something that's basically we can change, but it is definitely very hard, because it's probably related with the characteristic that was inherited from our parents. So it's definitely needs some, or thing, some, I don't know, a long adaptation in order to change that. So that's the reason why several peoples have, I don't know what's the proper word to define that, but when certain racial or people from around the world have certain specific characteristic, unique characteristic of their own, even though those characteristics is actually can be changed, but yeah, it is hard, because yeah, that's how we see in the bigger scope. So most of the time they have those characteristics. So that's the reason why I think it's already 13 minutes, and I'm actually reaching the same exact duration like what I try to do in my good behavior recording. So I think I will try to end the stream, because I need to start to solve something that I just mentioned in the beginning of this, or in the middle perhaps, of this episode. So yeah, I think that's all.